Unlocking the power of time. When you truly grasp the power of time, it changes everything about how you approach wealth. Time isn't something to be traded, it's a resource to be leveraged. This is the first rule of time. Time should work for you, not the other way around. If you're still trading your time for money, you're still caught in the cycle of limitation. Consider consultants, for example. They earn a solid fee by working for every hour spent. But when those hours stop, so does the income. The clock rules their earnings. Real wealth, however, comes from breaking free of this trap. It's about building something that continues to function independently of you. The key is creating systems that generate value and income without needing your constant presence. Detached earnings. The freedom of passive income. The true magic of time comes when you detach yourself from the direct effort of earning. Once you develop a self-sustaining system, it runs automatically, making money for you while you focus on other things. This is the ultimate goal, to earn without being tied to the clock. Imagine waking up with income already in your pocket, and your systems continuing to churn while you sleep, travel, or relax. Your systems work for you, whether you're present or not. The illusion of effortless. Passive income. Many people dream of passive income, thinking it's the path to effortless wealth. But there's a crucial truth they miss. True passive income is earned through effort. It's not about some magical shortcut where you post a few things and then sit back waiting for the cash to roll in. There's no easy way to passive income. To build something that works for you long-term, you need to create real value that doesn't need constant input from you. This means putting in the hard work up front to set up systems that continue to bring in revenue once they're established. Ciao. Hard work behind effortless income. Let's set the record straight. Passive income isn't free money. It requires months, often years, of smart, intentional work. It's about developing a system that can eventually run itself, generating income day after day without needing your hands on it. Take my own journey, for instance. When I started building my online platform, I was there at the beginning, interacting in the forums, posting content, answering questions. It wasn't passive at all. It was active work, laying the foundation for something bigger. Once that groundwork was done, though, the system began to take over. The site kept generating income, even while I moved on to other projects. That's the power of creating a self-sustaining system. It doesn't need constant involvement. Building legacy value. Systems that keep working for you. The first rule of time is about building legacy systems. Systems that work for you and keep generating value long after you've moved on. These aren't just one-off projects. They're assets you build and refine to continue producing. For example, a book or a course can keep selling for years after you create it. Your content, products, or services work for you long after you've moved on to the next project. These legacy systems are the vehicles of true wealth creation. They keep generating value without your constant involvement, and they're the foundation of wealth that's independent of time. The reality behind passive income. Here's a hard truth. Building a system that produces passive income takes time and effort. It's not about overnight success, but the careful construction of something that will continue to generate returns. When you hear people talk about easy money or quick wealth, be wary. It's a mirage. There's no substitute for hard work, especially when it comes to setting up these systems that will eventually run themselves. Once you've created these systems, though, they become the engines of your future success, generating income 24/7 without requiring you to be there every minute. Time as your asset, earning through systems, not hours. The true magic of wealth creation lies in earning without being tied to the hours you put in. The goal is to create something that works for you long after you're done working on it. Think of it like planting seeds. Your efforts today will grow into systems that generate value tomorrow. Yes, at first, it will require a lot of work to nurture these systems. But once they're established, they operate on their own, continuing to generate income without your intervention. 6 types of legacy systems. Here are 6 types of legacy value systems that can help you earn passively and leverage your time effectively. Investment systems. Real estate, dividend-paying stocks, or other financial assets that generate consistent income over time. These systems don't require your constant attention, but continue to grow your wealth. Digital content systems, ebooks, online courses, podcasts, and other digital products that continue to sell once created. These require significant effort up front, but become self-sustaining once established. Tech systems, software, apps, or SaaS platforms that can operate on their own. Once created, these products require minimal intervention and can scale exponentially. Product systems, tangible goods that sell over time, like physical books or products. Once your product is in the market, it can continue to generate revenue while you focus on new ventures. Rental systems, physical or intellectual property that you rent out, such as real estate, equipment, or licensing your creations. Rent keeps coming in, often without needing much additional effort. People-powered systems, businesses that run on teams or contractors, such as consulting firms or restaurants, can eventually scale to the point where you're no longer involved in the day-to-day operations. Legacy systems, the key to time freedom ultimately. The goal is to create legacy structures, marketing systems, brand assets, and other long-term value generators that continue working for you, even when you're not actively participating. For instance, a podcast interview you recorded today might take 30 minutes of your time, but it can keep selling your products for years. That interview is part of a larger marketing system that keeps working long after the initial effort is put in. When you build legacy systems, your time is no longer tied to your earnings. The system works for you, allowing you to focus on higher value activities and enjoy the freedom of not constantly working for money.